like fall.
Yeah.
Miles College. Yeah.
Them golden bears. MC, 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 MC.
We finna get it in.
MC, 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 MC.
Look here.
Purple over here, gold over there. Yeah, we reppin' Miles College, we them golden bears. Purple over here, gold over there. Yeah, we reppin' Miles College, we them golden bears. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Yeah, gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. We screamin' dirty MC, we talk about not turf. Miles College, we them golden bears. Who we finna play? We don't even care. PMM crank the band up and light the fuse. Not a crowd jumping, oh your team bout to lose. I rep it hard, everybody know. You gon' see me representing that purple and gold. We finna get it in, we finna get a win. Everybody turned up, yeah we on 10. Lord have mercy, making history. You don't wanna run up, I got my clique with me. Purple over here, gold over there. Yeah, we reppin' Miles College, we them golden bears. Purple over here, gold over there. Yeah, we reppin' Miles College, we them golden bears. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my skirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt. Gold all in my chain, purple all in my shirt.
Yeah. Okay. This that dirty MC. Miles College. Okay. We all we got. We all we need. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love my HBCU. The dirty MC. Miles College.
Since 1898, the concept of higher learning for African Americans has thrived and flourished here in the metropolitan Birmingham, Alabama. Miles College is a senior private liberal arts historically black college with roots in the Christian Methodist Episcopal Church that motivates and prepares students to seek knowledge which leads to intellectual and civic empowerment. The Miles College education engages students in rigorous study, scholarly inquiry, and spiritual awareness, enabling graduates to become lifelong learners and responsible citizens who help shape our global society. Through its coursework, community development projects, and philanthropic partnerships, Miles College students graduate with the knowledge and wisdom needed to reach their full potential and thrive in a shifting 21st century landscape. Learn more today about Miles College. To donate, learn more about course information, or to schedule a visit, go to miles.edu.
Happy New Year, students, faculty, and staff, and welcome back to Miles College. This year, we are celebrating 125 years of educating students to become the future leaders of tomorrow. I'm elated to share a few campus updates with you. Beginning with the school having completed the 10-year SAC-COC reaffirmation cycle. The visiting on-site committee had 0 recommendations regarding Miles compliance with all standards, which also includes the Quality Enhancement Plan, or QEP. The SAC's Board of Trustees will meet in June for the final stage in the reaffirmation process. This is the first time in Miles College history that we have had no findings from an on-site committee. Miles College has ended the fiscal year in the black with a modest surplus for more than 20 years, and we are continuing this trend for this year. This is going to be a great year for Miles College. Within a few weeks, Phase 2 restoration will begin on the historic Williams Hall, a process made possible by a generous gift from a Miles College alum and 3 National Park Service grants. This is a historic moment for our beloved institution, and I encourage all alumni, friends, and supporters of the Home of Southern Beauty to continue your support for dear old Miles.
Good morning and happy Wednesday. As always, it is a great day at Miles. We want to welcome you to College Forum. And as we do each and every week, let you know that Miles College is alive and well. Before we get started with today's forum, we want to bring our Director of Student Activities on to share with us some activities going around the campus of Miles College. Good morning, Brother Moody.
Good morning, Doc. How's it going?
It's going well. I'm, fresh back from Japan, and so technically it's nighttime there, but I think I'm doing okay. I think I'm doing okay, and our students had an awesome time. Here's a few pictures of us. We will be doing a formal presentation to the Miles College community about our experience, but it was a transformative 10 days of being over in Tokyo and Nagoya. So I'm not going to steal their thunder, but I will say we had there's a saying, we had a time last night, but we had a time last week.
Oh, man,
Yes,
that is awesome.
So what's going on the campus? What's coming on the yard in the next few days?
Yeah, so God, it's so much. The spring semester is a fun-filled semester for our students, our student programs, Greek life, a lot of division clubs. Everyone has something going on this entire semester. Of course, we started the year off with Welcome Week with our SGA putting on a few events for all of our students and our new students coming on. So we were very excited to have those week of events. Coming up this week, we will have our hoop coming, which we call it hoop coming, where we will play Tuskegee University here at home. You don't want to miss that. Fun-filled events coming up with our campus activity board. They have put together an amazing event schedule starting today. So I'm excited about that. And I can name just a few things that they will be doing. A little mini pep rally and pie your favorite basketball player, and that's going to be in the gymnasium. Themed jersey party that's going to be in the Magic Center, as well as a few events after the game on Saturday. So you do not want to miss that. Next, we have a few events that's coming up. Let's see. So we have the poetry interest meeting that'll be coming up shortly on Tuesday, January the 31st. We have an interest meeting for if a young lady's interested in joining Rho Nu Tau sorority. Their interest meeting is on February the 1st. Another interest meeting for the ladies of Lambda Psi Gamma. They're on February the 3rd. Black History Month is coming up.
Yes, it is.
So
yes, it is.
Yes. So we're excited about that. There's a slew of events that's going to be posted shortly. So as soon as we get it, hopefully next week around this time, Wednesday, we'll be able to talk about all the Black History events that's going on. We're excited about that.
I've got it right here.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
So let me give the rundown. Okay, so February 1st, the Black History Committee, along with Mr. Kerry Brackett and PEN America and the Division of Humanities, will be holding a conversation with Imani Perry. She just wrote a new book entitled South to America, and they're doing one of their first conversations here on the campus of Miles College, Wednesday, February 1st in Brown Hall. Now, this is a free event, but we need you to scan the QR code to register to attend. We are anticipating a large amount of people from the Miles community as well as the public to attend. So if you're interested, please register for the free event. Just register so that you can secure your seat by scanning that QR code. On February 8th, there will be a Black History panel discussion in the Balton Theater, and you'll hear more information about that. February 14th, we will have the President Bobby Knight Speaker Series in Brown Hall. on Valentine's Day. For those of you that attend, because it is Valentine's Day, you will receive a special treat from a Black-owned business for all those who attend. But this speaker series is entitled Position for Change, Athlete Activism and Social Responsibility with Michelle Clement, JD of Clement Consulting Group. And then on February 23rd, we are having a screening. This screening is free and open to the public. The Louds County and the Road to Black Power film screening, which will be held in Pearson Hall on February 23rd from 6 to 8 p.m. And then, of course, as we used to do, Mr. Moody, when I was a student, we are going to close out Black History Month with a Black History concert, as well as showcase from our students in the chapel Tuesday, February 28th at 11. And of course, this will be led by the most gracious choir director in the land, Valerie R. Harris, and the Miles College Choir. So that is the rundown for Black History Month. Now, for the Tuskegee game, I did want to go back. We did get an email this morning about students getting their tickets from the Hometown Fan app. We know that anytime we play Tuskegee, it's one of the most attended events. And so students, for this event, you will need to secure a ticket, if I'm not mistaken, from the Hometown Fan app. You received an email today from the Miles College Bulletin Board. So if you are attending the Miles versus Tuskegee game, the hoop coming on January 28th in the Knox Wyndham Gymnasium, with the women's basketball team starting at 1, and all of that, make sure that you go to the Hometown Fan app. All right. And before we close out our announcements, can you talk about the Student Leadership Interest Meeting?
Yes. So students who have not turned in their applications, we did have an interest meeting for all student leadership, which includes our SGA Executive Board of the Royal Court, which includes Miss Miles, Mr. Miles, our class queens. If you are a class officer, you're seeking a class president or any cabinet within your class or any cabinet within the SGA, this is your time to apply for it. If you the application will again go out on the bulletin from Dean Stallworth, so all students will receive that application in their email. It's also in the Miles College group chat, the student group chat. So be sure to apply. We want all students to seek student leadership, to grow within Miles, and make a change at Miles.
Absolutely, absolutely. Before we leave, you introduced a new way of accessing campus information, and I've been seeing these little Miles College circles with the school flame. There it is right there. I'm going to show this video, and I want you to talk about what we have now.
College students accessing events and opportunities just became more convenient. Use your smartphone to scan tags located in and around campus buildings to access your local directory. Create a profile to participate. Doing so will allow you to claim event tickets and rewards. If you want to advertise and collaborate with brands on the local network, DM us to get started today.
Awesome. Yes. So we partner with WeParlay. All right. So we partner with WeParlay. It's a new innovative application where administrators like myself can post all the events that the student and campus have posted, and you can have it right at the tip of your phone. So you basically just tap. You see a tag across campus. You tap on it, and it gives you all of the events that are going on throughout the entire year, everything that's posted. So you have it at the convenience of your cell phone. So it's across campus. Be sure to tap in to all the events that's coming up, and just try just be in the known of what's going on campus. So we're happy about that. It's in partnership with our social media coordinator, Kevon Patterson, as he posts stuff on our display boards across campus as well.
So there's really no excuse to not know what's going on the campus.
Right.
Message boards, campus email, social media, group me, text me, ABC, BBD. No, I'm just joking.
Correct.
That's one of the great things about the culture here at Miles. Although we may be a small community, we are well connected, and we want to make sure that our students are in the know and have all the opportunities and access to activities, opportunities, and as we talk about today's forum, career opportunities. So, Mr. Moody, we want to thank you. Thank you for your work. Thank you for all that you do, and we will see you next Wednesday, hopefully.
Yes.
Take care, man. Thank you. All right. For our next segment, we are excited to have our Director of Career Services. She is a friend of mine, a coworker of mine, and she's doing great things here in the Division of Career Services. When we return, we will hear from Miss Ebony Horn, as well as our guests for today. So stay tuned.
I look out the bus and I know it looks so fun.
Oh my God. I was like, I ain't never seen nothing like this.
Everybody jump around, listening to very loud music.
It's just nonstop fun.
I'm like, yeah, this gonna be fun.
It is very, 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 very hype.
Favorite part about camp is probably when we be at lunch and we be dancing.
I really didn't know that they had parties like every day.
There's a lot of hypeness going on. There's a lot of screaming and dancing, and it's all fun.
Very energetic. There's a different type of love here and a different type of atmosphere.
You can get along with everybody here.
You'll make new friends, and you'll see that camp is the best thing ever.
My cabin leaders have been my biggest inspiration.
They all lift you up. So just come have fun.
It's not just about sports and stuff. It's about learning about God too.
Before I came here, I knew God was real, but I wasn't exactly sure of it. I wasn't positive of it.
You may know of him, but it will really help you know him.
Jesus died on the cross for our sins.
It changed me in ways I couldn't even imagine doing by myself. You always need help.
He is on our side all the time, even if we do bad things.
It has really opened my eyes up to God, and it's helping me know that I can believe and trust in Him and call on Him whenever I need to. How someone can go from being very sinful and thinking that they are nothing but that to learning that they are a child of God.
That announcement was brought to you from Kids Across America. Students, if you're interested in a summer intern, please go to kaa.org. With us today is Miss Ebony Horn, Director of Career Services here at Miles College. Good morning, Miss Horn.
Good morning. Good morning, Dean Parker. Nice to see you back on campus.
Konnichiwa.
Yes. I'm glad that you had a great time, and I look forward to hearing more about your trip.
Absolutely. Again, I'm not going to steal their thunder. It was so amazing to be immersed in culture and to exchange with students and the people of Japan. So we are looking forward, hopefully in the next week or so, to share during College Forum our experience. But with us today, we have some awesome partners with us from Penske. I know that we have Miss Lynette Jackson, Penske recruiter, along with Mr. Daquan James, District Director of Rental Manager, Mr. Jared Mines, Rental Sales Rep. And with us, we also have Ms. Veronica Marshall, Recruiting Supervisor for Penske. Good morning to you all. Ms. Horn, tell us why our friends from Penske are here today.
Well, Miss Lynette Jackson reached out to me. As you know, this is recruiting season. So she reached out to me for some candidates from Miles College. And what perfect place for her to contact, because we have those perfect candidates that she's looking for. So so glad to connect with her, and just looking for students to fill the career opportunities that they have at Penske. And I like to tell the students, whatever business you see, whether it's a rental company, grocery store, whatever, there is a business side. There is another area. There's a headquarters. There are other things going on behind the scenes to make sure that business is running. And those things are opportunities for you to have jobs and make sure that these organizations continue to run and service their customers. So when you go on Walmart, you're not just seeing your sales associate. There's somebody making sure that business is running. So same thing for Penske, and that's what we'll talk about today.
So here's the team, and it's good to see men and women who look like us as well. So good morning to you all. Welcome to Miles College Forum. Ms. Jackson, tell us a bit about yourself and the team that you have with you today.
Well, again, my name is Lynette Jackson. I am a recruiter for Penske Truck Leasing. Started as a management trainee, assistant rental manager, and now recruiter. I'm really excited to be here today. I actually have a family member that went to Miles College. Her name was Helen Wright. She was Miss Miles in 1952. So she told me a little bit about Miles, and wanted to reach out and see if we can build a connection. And I'm excited to be here today.
Absolutely. So let's talk careers. Tell us about Penske and what you all have to offer for the students here at Miles College.
So Penske Truck Leasing, we were founded in 1969. We do have other entities that fall under that. We do have Penske Truck Leasing, which I recruit for. We have sales and operations management trainee positions that we are looking for in the Birmingham area. We also have Daquan here, who is also a district rental manager, and also Jared and Mines, who is also a rental sales rep. And then Veronica is also the recruiting supervisor for the Mid-South area, which I also cover Nashville and Knoxville as well. With the position, I'm going to talk a little bit about it. It is a 6 to 9 month program, and we do give opportunities also to current students as well. We have part-time positions as well. So I'll have Daquan and Jared jump in a little bit and talk a little bit about the program and their experience as well. And Veronica, if you did like to touch on it as well. So I'll start with Daquan here.
Good morning again. Thank you all for having us here. So I did the MT program in 2017. I got the 6 month promotion. I'm going to the rental sales rep that Jared is in now. With the MT program, you'll have like online training you'll complete, and most of the training is actually in the field. We can't really make up the truck situations that we run into every day. So it's really a lot of hands-on training. You learn both sides of the business, the sales to operations, and then at that end of the training period, so to speak, you just move on to that next step. And I'll pass it over to Jared.
I actually started with the company in August of 2020. Pretty much went down the same route, started as a sales and operations management trainee. After about six months, progressing to the assistant rental manager role. And from there, shortly after, progressing to the rental sales representative role, where I actually deal with any commercial customers, setting up new accounts, looking for new business out there. It's been very, very fun and very challenging as well.
Absolutely.
Ms. Marshall.
All right, awesome. Can you hear me a little better, team?
Yes, we can.
All right, awesome. So, just really briefly about the organization, just to kind of give you a backstory, I've been with the company now for quite a while. Actually, when I started kind of part-time. I was in the New York area. And when I started, as far as seeing people like us, I was it. I had people coming in from different organizations and companies just to meet me because at the time there was no one in the office who looked like me. So just to see where we've come from, when you're looking at, you know, Lynette and the other team members that are with her from the Carolinas in positions of leadership, that really has evolved over the last 20 years. So, you know, people look at transportation and it's not a sexy industry. It's not something, you know, people think about. So it's even harder to get diverse candidates in this type of organization. And I really think what has highlighted us over the last few years is Penske never really advertised. Everything was word of mouth, very close-knit. A lot of people don't even realize how many customers we have. We don't advertise. We don't put our names on trucks. Starbucks is a big company. You know, we do things with Pepsi.
You don't have to do that. That means business is good. But
you know, you know, just so many customers that we have on a roll. I will say, if you're driving down the expressway and 5 trucks pass you, 2 of them are probably Penske customers. That's how you know, much we are out there. But once COVID hit, people really realize the importance of transportation because everything you buy, wear, and eat is on somebody's truck. So this is our opportunity to really get into these schools to say, hey, this business, when you see other companies, you look at IT and tech, they're doing layoffs right now. We're constantly growing because regardless, product has to move. So we haven't had layoffs in a very, very long time. We're growing constantly. And this is our opportunity to bring in the diverse talent. We need to see them continue to go up in leadership. You know, we still, to me, struggle in some of our senior leadership. And this is where, you know, these colleges where you all come in, where we want to bring you into these management training programs and have you do what Daquan and them are doing right now, taking over their districts. So that's why we're here today to partner with you to let you know that if you decide, if you want something new, if you want not just stability, growth, and to make money, we feel that Penske, your opportunities are open and endless. And we appreciate your time this morning.
It goes to that saying, if you want something you never had before, you got to do some things you never done before, which leads me into this question. What are some of the qualifications? I know that you guys are offering part-time positions, but you're also offering careers for those after graduation. So what are some qualifications, or where can one go if they are interested? I know you guys will be on campus today in the cafeteria following this forum. But for those who are tuning in, our online students in our Miles community who are streaming with us right now, how can they access information? How do they qualify and apply?
That's a really good question. So if you go online to our Go Penske website as well, there is a management trainee landing page as well that you can apply to. We do have a different layout. So you start off as a rental sales rep, as we spoke on earlier. It is part-time. You can think of it as an internship while you're in school, so you can gain that experience and then work your way after graduation to the sales and operations man trainee program. In that program, you do require a bachelor's degree to do this program. Once you're in the program, like I said, it's 6 to 9 months for training. And I can talk a little bit about some of the benefits as well, since we're talking about it. We do offer 401k. We do offer a pension plan, 15 paid vacation days. We also do tuition reimbursement. So
how many days?
That's a big thing. We also do tuition reimbursement as well. So if sales and operations management,
I love it.
Yes, after 6 months of employment, you get tuition reimbursement. That's a big thing. So if you want to go back to school, Penske offers that opportunity to you. So those vacation days as well. So that's something unheard of that we do for all of our associates. We want you to hire to retire. That's our main thing.
Hire to retire. I like that. Y'all
That's awesome.
Students, hire to retire.
Yes. And I'd like to add, when you mentioned that pension, that is not as common anymore. So I think the students really need to take advantage of that and think about that, because we don't think long term, but that's something that you have to think about and you have to address. So thank you for mentioning that.
And, you know, just real quick before we even move on for that, I think that that's something that a lot of our, you know, maybe our students and just our families don't realize, that we can build generational wealth. And I'm not, you know, just want you to come into a company and say, you know, this is it. get out, learn, branch off, open your own businesses, have something part-time as well. But we have to build that generational wealth to pass down, to our students and others. And I think a lot of times we don't talk about that at the kitchen table. These are subjects that, we kind of push it aside. And coming into an organization, I remember a young man started with us and, we got him on. And I said, make sure, once you're eligible in that 6 months, you sign up for your 401k and just put a little bit in there. And he said, oh, Veronica, why do I have to do that? I said, just trust me, just a little bit. And it probably wasn't 2 years after I saw him again. And he said, that was the best thing you've ever told me. Do you know how much money I have now?
Yeah.
And, just beginning out, if these students come in and start doing that at 21 and 22, just think about retirement, or if they want to take that out and put into a Roth account, how much money they will have. And maybe when their kids go to school, they won't have to take some of the loans that maybe we had, students coming up, and they'll start out debt free. And that's something that we need to start out, as a people, period, getting debt free.
I agree. Thank you so much for that insight. I want to thank you all. Ms. Horn, I want to go back to you, talk about, what you do in your office to prepare students, and what can students do now so that they can prepare themselves to even apply for these opportunities on the college side. I know I hear you talking about handshake all the time, but what are some of those things that our students, even in their freshman and sophomore year, can be doing now to prepare themselves to be able to apply to a Penske and opportunities that may come through your office?
One of the things they can do at that point is ask questions. You don't know what you don't know. I never heard of a company like a Penske before, and just hearing more about the opportunities. I got a chance to speak with Lynette a little bit before we decided on her coming to visit campus, but just hearing about opportunities like this now, if you're a freshman or a sophomore, ask questions. Ask how can your background or your interests, how can you use your interests in a company like Penske? Because right off the bat, you may think, oh, well, I may not be a good fit. Ask questions. That is the biggest thing that you can do at this point now. Ask questions, because that is how you will receive the information. Be curious. Again, ask questions when you're interested in doing something. If you don't see an opportunity that currently fits what you want to do, ask about it, because we can possibly create that opportunity. We don't know unless you tell us. So that is my biggest thing to mention. Ask questions and be curious.
Thank you. Any final thoughts you all want to share? Again, I know that James and Jared and Miss Jackson, Lynette Jackson, you guys will be on campus today in the cafeteria at the French Center. So if you guys have any questions, please stop by their table. Please share any closing thoughts that you all may have.
I just want to share one more thing with the students. When she talked about right now asking questions, it doesn't hurt to reach out to us. We're open to even do mock interviews to get you prepared for on-site interviews, resume help, anything like that. We're willing to do that. So, as you go to your career centers, please don't hesitate to reach out. We can come on campus. We can do anything that you all need us to do so we can get you in these positions. Again, hire to retire, but I also want you to take over. So I appreciate your time. Lynette, not sure any of your final thoughts.
I just want to say thank you for having us today. We definitely want to give you opportunities to grow, just as all of us stated, and we all start off in the role. And about one thing I did want to add, if you go on our website as well, 87% of our management trainees are in higher positions. Now, they started off in this role. So you have the opportunity to grow. And it's just crazy how fast I grew in the company and started in the management trainee, and now I'm a recruiter in this role. So the opportunity is yours, and definitely come and stop by and talk to us, and we'll tell you a little bit more. We also have some giveaways we're giving out today. So just make sure you stop by.
Thank you all so much. And as we close out our college forum each and every week, I want to leave you with these words. And the key word that I want to share with you all today is about laziness and the fear of failure. This comes from a young lady by the name of Dr. Grace E. Henry. She says, my sister Joy moved to Maryland from the Virgin Islands with the intentions of pursuing a career in journalism. And one day they went shoe shopping, and she distinctly remembered Joy picking out a pair of nude flats and telling her that she was buying them as a down payment on the journalism-related position she intended to get. A few months later, while wearing the nude flats, her sister got offered a position, a production assistant job at a local TV station. They were so happy about this, and Joy explained to her that it was an entry-level position and that eventually it will propel her into a more stable and fulfilling role, similar to what was just said here with our friends from Penske. But her sister worked that job for over 5 years, in a role that was supposed to be a temporary stepping stone started out to appear rather more permanent and unfulfilling. That's not at Penske, but you get my point. Joy would be out of the house by 3 a.m., get back home around 1 p.m., take a quick nap, and would then get up and be back out of the house to go to class throughout the late evening. The last 2 years of Joy's employment in this position was fraught with her complaining about dead-end natures of her job, stagnant wages, and no opportunities for advancement. At Penske, that is the opposite. She listened and listened, but eventually got to a point where every time she started to complain, she would ask her, okay, Joy, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Some of you all right now are in stagnant situations. And the question that I ask you today is, what are you going to do about it? I heard that there's some people from Penske in the cafeteria today. What are you going to do about your stagnant situation? And I'm sure this frustrated her sister at times, but the pushback that she gave was to get her to see that she could either allow life to act on her or she could act on life. One day after she had a strenuous day at work, Joyce said to her sister, Grace, I've decided to quit my job. I perked up immediately, she said, because I was expecting to hear more complaints about her job. We had countless conversations about that job, but this conversation was different from all others. There was thoughtfulness in her reasons and decisiveness in her tone. Her resolve reminded her of something that she learned when she was pursuing a master's degree in counseling, that we are taught about locus of control, the degree to which you believe you have some control over the outcomes of your life. Individuals who have internal locus of control believe that they can exert some influence on how things turn out for themselves. Again, it goes back to that saying that I mentioned earlier. If you want something that you never had before, you as the individual have got to take control and do some things that you've never done before. Whereas individuals with external locus of control believe that environmental forces act upon them and that fate controls what happens. She says for the 5 years that her sister worked in this position, she would offer that her locus of control was more externally situated. She worked hard, waiting and hoping that those positions of power would notice her and reward her accordingly. When she realized this was not happening, she decided to take control of her personal destiny. I don't know who this is for, but sometimes when things are not working out and you have been in this stagnant circle, this stagnant cycle, I would suggest for you that you have to pull yourself up and try something new, to do something different. She ends by saying, according to my mom, nothing new will be accomplished if you sit idly by and allow life to just happen. Stepping out of the familiar zone is scary, but you will never know what you can be if you refuse to get up and do something. For some, it's a sign of laziness. For others, it's a sign of fear. Either way, remember this. Walkabout fools is always better than sit-down fool. Or in other words, laziness is a secret ingredient that goes into failure, but it's only kept secret from those who fail. That's from Robert Half, and Eleanor Roosevelt said it this way: you gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You must do the thing which you think that you cannot do. A lot of you are here today at Miles College because you thought that you can go the next level in your educational journey, and you're doing it. Sure there were naysayers and people who challenged you and questioned why you were coming to college and even why you were coming to Miles. But you looked beyond that and you saw something in yourself. Whoever you are, I just want you to know it's better to make a foolish mistake than to never bother trying. So keep trying, keep pushing, make mistakes. I've made plenty of mistakes in my life, and I am sure those who are on this screen have made mistakes before, but they've learned from their mistakes. They've learned from their trials and tribulations. The scripture that I'm reminded of says, all things work together for the good of those who love Christ. This has been your College Forum. We appreciate you. We look forward to seeing you next week. And again, for those of you who are interested in joining the Penske team, please stop by the cafeteria today. For those who are online, is there a phone number or email or website that they can call or contact you all with?
Yes, I'll provide my cell phone number. It is 205-388-1058. That is my work cell. And my email is Lynette, that's LYNETTE.Dinkins, that's my married name, Dinkins, DINKINS, @Penske.com. You can email me or give me a call at any time. I'm available Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. If you have any questions, if you would like to connect with DeQuan or also Jared or Veronica, I can give you their contact information as well. We look forward to seeing you today, and thank you so much for having us, and hopefully we can see you on the Penske team soon.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
you all
you.
take care. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you.